Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Jennifer Scrapping Cane. Today I'm sharing two layouts for Follow a Sketch February. I used two sketches from two different days and I will pop those up when I get started on the layouts. I'm going to use the same collection, but these are two separate layouts for two different sketches. But one will go in my older son's album and one will go in my younger son's album, but they are from the same day. Actually, I haven't decided if they're going to both go in my younger sons or one in each. But either way, they're documented for now. I'll probably have to come back and document another one of the two boys together for my older son's albums. But for right now, I'm just going to do one. I was showing a few acrylic stars that I pulled out from Pear Tree cut files. I have a couple of different packs of those. Mainly, I end up using the tiny stars, not the larger stars. I'm going to cut this car off of this large restaurant ephemera piece. And the collection I'm using is Carson from Blvd. I believe it's still available, probably a few different places online. I have not cut into it as of yet. This is going to be, oh no, I did, for the teenage layout that I did earlier in the month. Um, so I decided to pull in those scraps along with a few other papers. And I'll use a few papers that I don't actually show. They're all from the Carson collection. I just don't show them because I don't realize that I'm going to do the second layout the way that I do it. So I didn't really have a plan for it. I just knew I wanted to do both of these photos on the same day. So here I'm just showing you all the papers that I have or that I think I'm going to use. And I do use most of these papers, whether it's just a strip of it or a photo mat or something. I do use almost all of these papers on the first layout that I show. And then the other papers that I pull in, I basically cut like an inch off of them, which is fine since I scrapbook at 8.5 by 11. They always have to be cut down at least by 1 inch. Sorry. So I wasn't cutting into it too much and ruining it from being able to use it later on. So here I'm going to get started on the layout. Here's the sketch. This is today's sketch for Follow a Sketch February, and that is with State Goddess. I will have a playlist down below, and you can check out the other layouts. I'm going to put that red paper there, and then this checkered paper, and I'm going to map my photo on white cardstock. The white paper that you see on the black paper is actually a Doodlebug paper, and it's white grid, so I brought that in. I didn't have a white one in the Bella Besties. I didn't show, well, maybe I did show the Bella Besties. I have the Bella Besties that matches the Carson collection, and I want to use a little bit of that every once in a while. So I used the yellow this time, and that was to matte the photo. I figured the yellow and red look really good together. Plus, he's sitting in a red booth. He has yellow fries. There's yellow on that restaurant. So everything just kind of ties together. So over here, I put one of the little tabs that has a red star. The little like happy face looking thing came from the sticker sheet, but on the sticker sheet it's actually a flower with that happy face in the middle. I used a metal die to cut out the circle and then added a blue heart up there also, again to put more color up there in the corner. I want all of the colors represented in each cluster area, so that's why I did that up there. Over here, I'm going to pop up this little, it's from the sticker sheet. It says always hungry, and it has a little hamburger and fries. I actually end up not using the ephemera hamburger and fries in pop just because I end up using this large restaurant, and I will use the hamburger and fries on a different layout. Since this is a tradition that we do every year on his birthday, we go out and eat, um, usually a place of his choice. And usually, when he was younger, it was always This is Freddy's, which is a hamburger place. So here I'm spelling out birthday. This is using the Bella Boulevard letters that come in a variety of colors, and I'm going in rainbow order. And I usually don't like using mixed colored letters, but for this layout, they worked. So I went ahead and embraced it and used them. This here is the black letters that I showed. They're also from Bella Boulevard, but they're a puffy material. So I spelled out boy, and then I also placed an arrow that goes at the end of, or the beginning of B and the end of the Y. And it just kind of fit perfectly right underneath birthday. And sorry, the glare is kind of messing that up. You can't really see that, but that's what I did do down there. Here I'm adding in the little acrylic stars that I said I would bring in and add from Pear Tree Cut Files. I've had these in my stash for a while, so she probably doesn't have these in the shop anymore. But Pear Tree Cut Files has lots of acrylic pieces that are really great cuts. She does send them from overseas, so it does take a while to get them, but she's an amazing business. So she always fulfills the orders in a timely manner. I love ordering acrylic from her. So here I'm going to show a little bit of a close-up of this layout, and the first one is done. So I'm going to show a few close-ups here, and then I will show a few more at the end of the other layout, and then I'll show the two layouts together. This one here is just the close-ups of this one. As you can see, there's the acrylic stars and all the beautiful colors. I love using primary colors for boys. So this one here is the sketch from the 5th, I believe. And I didn't do that day because that's the twin series day, so I skipped that day. But I want to go ahead and do my representation of that layout. It's not going to look exactly like that layout, but the idea definitely came from that layout. So I'm putting a black cardstock border, and then the middle is just a scrap. Well, not a scrap. It was a 12 by 12, but it's from a paper pad, and it looks like I don't know, like a canvas material, I guess. And it is kind of like a grayish white color, so it's kind of showing true to color. I do have it on top of a 12 by 12 just so that you can see the black cardstock. So here's all the strips that I cut, and like I said, I brought in a few different papers and lots of the scraps that I had so far, and I put what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 strips. Yeah, 6 at the bottom and 4 at the top. So I'm gonna use my T-square ruler here in a minute to make sure these are straight. I was eyeballing it at first, and they are pretty much straight as I'm eyeballing it, but I will use the ruler just to make sure that they're laid down correctly and I don't go sideways or something with them, because usually that's what happens. I'll think I'm laying them down straight and then I'm not. So, and again, I'm not really going in any order. I didn't go in rainbow order or anything like that. I just went in with the colors that I thought matched, I guess, to my eye. The way I liked the way they looked, so I went ahead and just went with it. So the blue one at the bottom has little tone-on-tone stars. And then the white one is that same grid one that I used on the other layout as the center. The stripe is from the cut apart sheet, and then this green is from a different paper that had green on the background, and it's a tone-on-tone design, kind of like a checkerboard, I guess, sorta. It's lines more than checkerboard. And then the orange is a tone-on-tone star. And then this one here, the flag, which I love. And Then I'm going to place the photo over here. There is 3 photos on the sketch as I showed in the example, but I only have one. So I'm going to just embrace it and do just one photo. And like I said, it's going to look different anyways because I'm not going to place any stripes behind the photo and across that middle. I'm going to actually leave that middle open. I did use my scallop border on all of the strips, and that was just to add a little something to them. And I'm overlapping each of them. In the sketch, they are individual stripes across the back, and none of them are touching each other. But I usually like mine to touch each other. That's just something that I like, and I think it looks better to my eye, so that's what I ended up doing with it. I'm going to place this red one up here at the top, and pretty much that's going to be it for the stripes. And like I said, I did stagger them. I didn't lay them exactly right on top of each other. I didn't, they were evenly cut, but I didn't place them one on top of the other. I staggered them instead. So I'm going to place the photo, like I said, over here to the left-hand side. This cute little cluster of a hat, shoe, a soda, fries, sunglasses, and then I'm going to add a chipboard star. And that came from the ephemera pack. And I thought that was kind of cute. This is just my older son holding my younger son. This was outside of the restaurant because we actually forgot to take a picture of them together inside the restaurant. So we just took one outside before we left. And I'm adding down guys. These are chipboard letters. And my younger son came in and he said, it should say birthday boys. Birthday guys is weird. And I was like, well, I don't have boys on the chipboard sheet. I only had guys. So I wanted to go ahead and use it. So I went ahead and used it. Um, and he always gives me his little opinion on whether it looks right or it doesn't look right. And that just kind of cracked me up that he said it should have said boys instead of guys. But here I'm going to add birthday. These are acrylic, again, from Pear Tree Cut Files. The H is missing the top part of the H on the right-hand side because they were pieces that fit inside of another acrylic piece. And she gave the white letters that cut out from it plus the colored letters that I ended up using in the one when I created the layout. So what I did is I put that lightning bolt right over the H, and it actually just looks like it's covering that part of the H that's missing. I put a white ampersand on top of the lightning bolt, and I put 20 and 6, which is their ages. And like I said before, my older son is 14 years older than his little brother. And I think it turned out pretty cute. I really like that I was able to get 2 layouts done for one day since I did skip a couple of days. So there you go. Have a little extra there. I should have up another layout tomorrow, again following another sketch. There is a playlist down below, so follow along, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!